Hello everyone, we are group members Zalza Akila Maulani, Melia Sarisi Hombing, Nur Amelia Putri, and Sakina. Today we would like to present an oratorical speech titled The Fringe Benefit of Failure and the Importance of Imagination by J.K. Rowling. This speech was delivered at Harvard University during a graduation ceremony. In this context, the speaker shared her personal life experiences after graduation, including her struggle with failure and how she rebuilt her life. The main theme of this speech is that failure is not something to fear, but something that can shape our character, and imagination is a powerful tool that helps us develop empathy and create positive change in the world. President Faust, members of the Harvard Corporation, member of the faculty, proud parents, and above all graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have asked myself what I wish I had known at my own graduation and what lesson I have learned in the years since. I have come up with two answers. On this day of celebration, I want to speak about the benefit of failure and the importance of imagination. When I was young, I was torn between my own ambition and expectation of others. I wanted to write novels, but my parents, who had known poverty, believed my imagination would never provide financial security. They hoped I would choose a more practical path. I do not blame them because poverty is not an enabling experience. It brings fear, stress, and hardship, but it should not be romanticized. A few years after graduation, by every conventional measure, I had failed in an epic scale. My marriage had ended, I was employed as single parent, and as poor as it possible to be without being homeless. At that time, I believed I was the biggest failure I knew.
Failure is not something enjoyable. That period of my life was difficult and uncertain. However, failure proved to be essential. It meant a stripping away of everything that was not truly important. I stopped pretending to be anything other than what I was and focused all my energy on the ones that mattered to me. Rock bottom became the solid foundations on which I rebuilt my life. Some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so consciously that you might as well not have lived at all. In that case, you fail by default. Failure gives me a kind of inner security that success has never provided. It taught me about own strengths and discipline. It also taught me the value of true friendships, people who remain beside me during my hardest times. You will never truly know yourself or the strength of your relationships until both have been tested by adversity. Now, I turn to be the importance of imagination. Imagination is not only the ability to create stories, but the power to empathize with others. It allows us to understand the experiences of people we have never met and situations we have never lived through. There, I read stories of people who had suffered imprisonment, torture, and injustice. I saw evidence of cruelty, but I also witnessed extraordinary courage and kindness. These experiences tell me how deeply human beings can harm one another, but also how powerful empathy can be ordinary people who have never experienced such suffering can still use their imagination to understand and act on behalf of others. This ability to empathize can inspire action and bring real change. It is one of the greatest powers we have as human beings. However, imagination can also be ignored. Some people choose to remain within the limits of their own experiences. They refuse to understand the suffering of others, but by choosing not to empathize, we allow injustice to continue without committing evil ourselves. We may still support it through indifference. Each of you has been given education, ability, and opportunity. This comes with responsibility. The way you live, the choices you make, and the voices you raise will affect not only your own lives, but the lives of others.
If you choose to use your influence to speak for those who have no voice, and if you choose to imagine the lives of those less fortunate, you can make a meaningful difference in the world. We do not need magic to change the world. We already carry the power within ourselves. Life is not a checklist of achievement. Your qualification and accomplishment do not define your entire existence. Life is complex and unpredictable, and understanding this will help you face its challenges with humility and strength. Finally, I wish for you the kind of friendship that lasts a lifetime. People who will support you in times of difficult and share in your success. As is a table, so is life, not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. I wish you all very good lives. Thank you.